I prefer to be known as Celeste now. I keep saying it, but we're going to start slowly releasing the Joanna energies. I'm very proud of the Joanna energies and what I have created and manifested in my Joanna timeline, but I'd like to get on with Celeste now. Can I get on with Celeste now? Hello. Sometimes I have these conversations with Spirit all the time about my pacing on how I maneuver and how I like to maneuver, and I'm having to slow myself down to sort out the timelines and situations of others. And so it's been a process of frustration, integration. Those of us that work at a different pace than everybody else, and it's just something we have to get used to. And it's never been an easy thing for me. And that's why I've been so hyper independent, because when I've had the availability and the resources to do what I want, when I want, how I want, with who I want, I get things done. And so when they take away and strip away everything from me, I've had to manage in different ways. I've had to co-create in different ways, which is fine. I mean, I can co-create whether I have something or whether I have nothing, which I've proven and Source has proven. But it's frustrating. There's nothing more frustrating than someone that is supposed to be in front of the people, healing the people and creating new systems, and has the ability and it's blatant. But you're held back due to resources. But they know this, right? The people that have been restricting me from day one, they know this. They know that the highest way to eliminate me from creating and from getting to do what I'm meant to do in my destiny is to restrict all money and all access to it. To restrict my movement, to restrict my money, to restrict everything. They're all about fear, domination, and control. So that's an everyday thing that I have to work with, and it's an everyday thing that pisses me off, and it's an everyday thing that I have to negotiate my energy around, where other people just come and go to work and they do what they do, where my life is absolutely negotiating on the the so-called handling contracts that people think they have over me, and they never did and they never will. They couldn't handle me for a minute if they think they do, but they don't. They couldn't be me in a second. Our DNAs are completely of different species, of different structures, and they wouldn't be able to handle a minute of my capabilities. So it's very frustrating to think that you're some sort of captive by these corrupt governments and shadow governments and people that think they still have their handle on you, and their little minions that they send stalking you in all hours of the night. And they just do it for intimidation and bullying. It's ridiculous. So this is what I deal with on a daily basis. I deal with, maneuvering beyond the restrictions of the fraud that was done, beyond the restrictions of stolen ID. And I mean, every day it's something different. Anything that groups and gangs and governments can do to stop me, because they can't put me in a box and they can't define me. There's some really great videos that I put on my YouTube webpage about the shadow governments, and there's always, we can take peace in that. There are always, that's my first book, Fifth Dimensional Conscious. This is the latest cover. I think it's the third edition cover of my first book. It's been edited 3 times. I'm a bit OCD. No, I can do better. I can do better. Spirit's just like, just let it go. Get it, get it published. I don't know, I just got to do one more thing. Just one more thing. See, that's how my brain works. My brain works. There's like 10 books on the back burner here, because I've just got so much information. I just need a couple of hands. I just keep writing it. So let's begin. So thank you for joining us. This is Celeste, and we're talking about higher consciousness. I am a channel. I am a conduit. That's why I close my eyes most of the time. That's how I align with the spirit. That's how I align with creation. That's how I align with the information that is being channeled through me as a conduit, as a source creator. Everything that I see, feel, and experience is through source creator. It is of the source creator energy. I talk about source creator. I talk about God in this way. It's a higher version of God. It's a higher understanding of God. I talk about the energetic fields that we are. I'm here to empower, inspire, and ignite higher vibrational light wisdoms for humanity, to know all that we are as a light body, to know all that we are as activating our Metatronic light body, what that feels like, what that looks like in the ascension process, the symptomologies, how it changes your biophysical, chemical entanglement with your reality, aura fields that we all exist within, and how they move, and how to clear them, and how to cleanse them. I talk about how we are as receptors and igniters of energy. We're constantly reading and sending and receiving energy, And if that is the case, and we are, and so it is, then how are we maintaining it and sustaining it? How are we looking after ourselves? How are we nourishing ourselves? And in this, we become our highest Christ consciousness. We do become the highest version of who we are. That is called the godliness. That is called being in the image of Mother, Father, God, because we are God creators. We are creator gods. We're not allowing anything in the outer to define. Hello, beautiful. So maybe I'll get some of the energy while you're on your walk. We'll pull some of that energy in and see if there's a channel along with Gaia. And so that's what we talk about on this. Hi, Scotty. This is Scotty. I see Scotty, your ID looks different. Just let me know if this is you. If it's the Scotty that always comes on, because your ID is different. So I'm not sure if that's you. It's probably not you, because you usually don't go by that ID. So anyways, we're going to talk about higher consciousness information, because that's what we do. We talk about consciousness. What is consciousness? Consciousness is your awareness in the moment of you becoming one within the all, the holographic micro macro. So you're now seeing that you are an aspect of source in any given moment to assist you in that churning, in that that multi-dimensional experience of you knowing that you are source creator. At all moments you are made up of many different dimensions and forms and bodies, and we're meant to bring harmony and peace and integration of all of our triggers. Divine feminine energy, divine masculine energy, which is the kundalini, which rides all the way up the spine, to be activated in more that you are as a multidimensional being of Christ consciousness. Thank you. Thank you for your positive comments that I've noticed in the chat rooms. It's been very positive lately, so I'm very grateful. So thank you very much. It allows me to do my work. It allows me to give you more energy. So just as you know that, if you're positive comments and you come here with a clear intention, just so that you know, because everything is energy. Obviously, we talk about all the time. Everything is energy. You get more codes from me. You get more source energy from me. You get more healing from me. You get more information from me. So if it's immature things in the I'm a different Scotty. Thank you for your honesty and your truthfulness, because the energy didn't feel the same. So thank you for being honest. So welcome, Scotty. I have a client named Scotty, and he comes on all the time, and he's been a client forever. So the energy did feel different. So thank you for being truthful. They want me just to go back, and we'll just explain. So just keep your back nice and straight so that you can allow the light, the source light in. The crystalline light along your spine, the pillar of light. We always talk about the mechanisms and the mechanics of your quantum energy. We talk about the mechanics of who you are as source. Source is all that is life. Source is all that is the quantum light frequency of all that is life in all sciences, in all creation. So we want us to improve and expand our capacity and our aptitude about our creational reality, what we exist within, what does exist within us, absolutely exists within us. We are the micro macro of source creator. The universe is not outside of us. The universe is actually being manifest from our experience of who we are within. Therefore, thus then, we're wanting and we're inspiring and that is our quantum co-creatorhood, our enmeshment, and through the enmeshment is the actual integration and the healing of your 51% of your karma. 51% of the wounding, 51% of your psyche attributes, your psyche experiences from all timelines between 3 and 5D on and off world. And this is what we talk about on the show, is how to integrate, how to heal, how to understand who you are as a multidimensional being, preparing yourself for first contact, preparing yourself for your celestials, preparing yourself to know yourself as a celestial, preparing to know yourself as an ultra human. Source creator, in Source's words, his Source's words is that I am an ultra human. That is what I was programmed and I was coded and I was intended to at birth. I was born in the States, although the governments have not yet given me my appropriate birth documents and the energies and informations for my human rights that I've been asking for. And we're hoping that that will come through shortly, because I do have to get on with my mission and my destiny with Source Creator, which is also what we talk about called Soul Blueprints. Soul Blueprints has a design that is very elegant, that is very eloquent, with Source Creator, the Divine Father, Divine Mother, and all of the celestial beings and angels and the highest versions of consciousness. If you go back to any of my earlier radio shows, I am a channeler for all that is Source Creator, so I can tap into groups of consciousness that have no form at all, but they have specific roles and duties within their soul's blueprint that they are to help enhance various aspects of our galaxy, various aspects of time, space, various aspects of fluidity or sound or harmonics. There's various beings in the consciousness collective that assist in the Divine Father's plan for evolution, for light light evolution, for light expansiveness. And we are at this planet for the very first time learning about and opening up into, as soon as my channel becomes unsuppressed and undepressed by YouTube and the various people that have been paying to silence me, this channel will be the first in which it teaches the higher light intelligence consciousness, is what is needed in the collective right now, so that we can understand the process of ascension that we are moving through, the process of natural evolution that we all move through, that we should have moved through, 20 or 30 or 50 years ago. But the government did have their own private agendas, and there were various shadow governments and shadow aspects of groups and elites that were trying to hold humanity back because they were in fear of what they did not know. They were not working on their consciousness. They were not aligned. There was no connection with Source Creator or God outside of church and state, which has been the equal to the disconnection and the separations and the judgments and the discriminations of where we see now humanity needs to be healed. And the only way to heal that is with light consciousness, is with higher intelligence of unity consciousness. So because we sat in separation, and because there was infinite number of beliefs and perspectives that were not higher knowledge, they were not higher spiritual knowledge, it's just where we started from, but now we must evolve into this next phase. We are moving into a new phase of ecology, we're moving into a new phase of sociology, we're moving into a new phase of unity consciousness. And those that are intentional to be on the path of being mindful, of being heartfelt, of being in your highest dynamic expression, co-creative experience with Source Creator, the 3 E's that we talk about that is vital for your soul's progression, the exploration, the expression, and the experience of who you are as a soul will equal to your evolution. And that's all the soul cares about, is your evolution. And that's what we talk about on my channel. We talk about the quantum experience of who you are, of what you exist within, and what's going on within you, so that you can understand the series of events that unfold as you synchronously tap into who you are and you synchronously come into design of who you are, the eloquent design that Source Creator created you within, and all of your soul aspects that you integrate helps you become more of who you are. You tap into your skills, your gifts, and your talents, and you become a wise being of many different definitions and terms and words that we've all used. We've come from many different arenas from our childhood that have been disclosed as indigo, high functioning, autism, crystal, hybrid. All of these things are aspects of our DNA. That's all that means, is that we just have different DNA attributes and different DNA allocation, and I'm the only one that talks about it at the ascension process stage. I'm the only one that explains it. I'm the only one that discloses it. This is my topic of arena of specialty because I am a psyche healer specialist. I let people and I allow people to feel themselves as the ultimate Source Creator, as their own godliness, kind of giving themselves a once removed outside of church box and state beliefs, which are very limited. It keeps them in limitations. It keeps them in lower vibrational belief systems. So we want you to arise to the bigger umbrella, which is Source Creator, the Source Creator of all life, God of all life. And there is, that we wanted to mention, there is always a higher order of watchers. There's always a higher order of those that are watching planets that are new in their evolutionary process, because we're a very young planet in our evolutionary process. There has been many red flags that we have been learning to grow through and go through based on the galactic wars that we are healing in a physical human body. And we're bringing those energies forward in higher dimensional experiences because we're starting to learn about who we are multidimensionally. We're starting to learn about who we are universally. And then we get to heal those aspects of who we are in the infinite turning of our now moment and all of the soul fragments that we carry with us throughout all creation. Of course, we are not the only life in this galaxy. It's absurd to even think so. There is infinite species of life, just as there is infinite species on the planet that will become in a growing state the more and more we become unified consciousness, because species will begin to co-create and manifest itself in those healthy environments. We've talked about it before. When we're in a red state, when we're in a red flag state, and we're in an entropy state, when we're in Epstein Earth state, there's not going to be species or creatures or even the children that would want to co-create here or manifest here. And so too with the women, because there's been such abuses and there's been such discrimination. So now we're in a phase of becoming more awake and aware that we are one with the all and the all is one with us. We are in a holographic experience. All that we are comes back to us for the lessons and for the experiences and reasons for us to learn and be that dodecahedron. We're all facets of creation. We're all facets of source. We are the divine feminine. We are the children. We are the bugs. We are the nature. And as calm and loving and self-caring we are to ourselves as source, to Mother, Father, God within us as source, then we start emulating those energies out, and we start changing the environment, the universe outside of us. So the universe within is, we're going to start to heal the universe within. And the universe within us brings forward themes, and it brings forward attributable stories of divine feminine energy, divine masculine energy that were suppressed. And so now this version of ascension is to bring out all of those experiences of our discriminations, of our separations, of our judgments that have kept us separate from source, that have kept us not unified. And we're now going to integrate them into that unified experience, and allowing all to be all to be the experience of what every individual human is moving through in their soul's expression, because it's not for anybody to say what their soul's expression should be or their experience should be. Right use of free will and non-interference is the #1 universal law, which we've been talking about and exploring through the dark occults and those people that have been abusing it through the shadow governments and the darker governments and the darker occult abusers, because they like to manipulate and use energy and harvest energy for their own benefit. So now that we're understanding we're moving up in a higher order. And in this higher order, there are always watchers that are higher vibrational, higher dimensional, so that they can trickle down information to those of us that are on the top of the collective, because we're now open with our consciousness, and we've trained our consciousness to be the leaders and the guides for the collective, because we understand universal laws, we understand higher spiritual courts, we understand higher spiritual order, and we talk about the karma, we talk about how to start practicing with your energy in a benevolent and responsible way, a mature way, how we can heal humanity's issues and situations and systems so that we can bring higher order, and we can bring more systematic, loving, flowing approach that is source creator aligned, that is source creator invented, that is source creator socio-altruistic, so that all peoples can be given to, all peoples can be heard, all peoples can be healed. And these are the intentions of my channel. These have always been the intentions of my videos. I've got over 800 on my channel. I've written 3 books, and I am a healer. I am a conduit. I am a channeler for Source Creator. I'm a channeler, and my jurisdiction is the heavens. My jurisdiction is with the galactic federations known as the systems of light through me. Because of the many projects that I belong with the hybridization project. I'm learning about introducing certain species back into the Christ consciousness directive, meaning that they can have now access to, including going through certain progressions of life in certain densities and dimensions, so that they can earn back their good energy, their good light, and they can begin to activate bit by bit by bit. Every cycle of ascension, they can have the opportunity, but it's not guaranteed. They have to do the work, just like everybody that I talk to on my channel. You're not guaranteed to activate your crystalline light, because some people don't carry it. Some people have very low crystalline energy encoding. And then if you do have the energy of encoding, you do have to activate it. And the only way to activate that is through love and light, and through the healing I teach, and through other teachers that teach light, wisdom, healing. And so that's the only way to activate your light, is through light. Light begets light, love begets light, and so on and so forth. And so that's why we've talked about karma, and we've talked about the higher order laws, and we've talked about spirituality laws, and we've talked about what is your protocol every day as you go forward. How do you work with your energy? Do you align with, you have to have very basic protocol, because we are now entering into a substrate that is unity consciousness, meaning that all you do affects everybody. If you're not working with your higher self and you're doing black magic willy-nilly and you're wishing bad upon people, it's going to come back to you. You're going to affect people. So you have to be fully aware and start healing those aspects of you. Instead of projecting and hurting other people, you have to go in and now actually heal your wounds, because other people don't deserve your wounding. And this is why the whole trafficking arena and the black web arena was even created. And we need many people that are going to be on the planet that will assist in the sociology, in the psychiatry, in the multidimensional healing modalities. We're going to try and pull ourselves away from big pharma as much as possible, because as we increase in light, the big pharma synthetic medicines will do more detriment than good in all of our cases. We have to be very aware of the synthetic drugs that are used in big pharma. They're very detrimental to our bodies. And therefore, it's been another reason why they've been silencing me. Because the crystalline bodies and our bodies in and of itself require natural herbs and natural experiences from our planet, which Gaia will grow with us. If there is some sort of a disease on our planet, Gaia can actually produce a medicine and can produce an herb that will heal that disease. We don't need to go to big pharma for everything that we're experiencing. And sometimes, most often, everything you experience begins as an energy first. So go to the energy. And then it manifests in the physical. Everything is energy first. Your matter is experienced as a manifestation of your energy. And we all know that. Once you clear the energy, once you move the energy, as I do have ascension healing sessions, I do have activation sessions. I do have sessions where we talk about how to have a nighttime healing regime with your teams and with your guides and with your light ships so that you can do your healing at nighttime. You come into greater youthfulness and you can create greater light within your body. I teach you how to do this, and you can book a session with me. Right now, I do have sessions that are on sale right now. They're $100 off. And so it's $150 US for 90 minutes. And they are taped sessions so that you can go away and do your homework and make sure you're writing things down and actually doing the integration, doing the daily path work. That is the acme. When I say doing the work is the most important part of how you heal, of how you become conscious, how you become a higher ultra human, how you become one with Source Creator, how you become one with your collective, and how you become one with the creational reality. Because the doing the work is that quantum equation, is the energy of the molecules working with each other. And you don't necessarily get those quantum gifts activated from your Akash. They're in your field, they're in your energy field, they're in your experience of your inner realm and your inner DNA. Everything is within you. But it's not going to be activated if you're not doing the work. If you're sitting doing nothing every day, you're not going to activate the quantum energies that will spark a remembrance, that will spark a vision, that will spark something that Source wants you to remember. So there does have to be action. This is why we have to be balanced in our divine feminine masculine energies. Because although you're getting the intuitive downloads, you have to have that divine will to take action. And this is where balance will be a primary law that we will have to pay attention to every hour on the hour. Am I being balanced? And if I'm out of balance, why am I out of balance? Are you not expressing yourself? Are you not allowing your energies to flow? Is there injuries we need to look at? Is there a blocked throat chakra? A lot of people come to me with blocked throat chakras because they're not speaking their truth. They're not speaking their energy to move that energy because they have been abused. They've been brought up in very toxic environments of suppression. So we're going to have to, as a collective, begin to understand all that we are as energy is showing you in every day. Your body is talking to you because we are, as we said, each and every one of you are communicating as vibrational fields. You're all communicating. Your vibrational fields are sending out energy and information, and readers like myself can read it. And we can give you advice, and we can give you healing, and we can move that energy, and we can assist you. That's why we have our sessions. And we are trained... those of us that are leaders in the field, those of us that will be leaders and guides in the field for the collective and use your discernment, is always free will. We have been trained with the masters. We've been trained with Christ Consciousness, Lord Sananda. We've been trained with the programs and the systems of light through the Galactic Federations, the systems of light through Mother Father's divine program, divine plan for light evolution. It is a specific program. It is very real. You have to choose every day to intend to work with light, to be in the ascension program, to be in the ascension decision and choosing. If you want to be on a light creative program, if you want to be in the involvement of light, if you want to be on the progression of your soul for eternal life, infinite life, forever life, then you have to choose it intentionally. God's not going to drag you. Your teams aren't going to drag you. Your higher self won't drag you. You have to do the work. I produce information, I produce wisdoms, I produce insight, I produce collective energies, I produce where the collective's at, I produce what's been happening in shadow government. I will call the people out as they continue to impede themselves on my field. Anybody that comes towards me in a negative arena or manner, they will be called out. I have that right, I have that jurisdiction. If you force your way into my field, I will call you out. I have your energy in my field, I get to read it. It's my field. You weren't invited, and I'm giving you my protocol. This is my protocol for working with energy. I'm an expert at working with energy, and I'm an expert reading energy, and I'm an expert alchemist. I'm like a mini god. I like to transmute energy, and that's what I do just naturally. And it's not okay that I take on groups and cities and collectives of people that are not invited, that did not earn it, that did not do the work, that just want to dump their karma and dump their energy on me, because they want to get out of their crimes, and they want to get out of their debts. And this is where the dark occult and all the misguidances and the misabuses and the warped masons and the warped witches and the warped sects and cults and all of those things, they're low vibrational understandings, and they've taken many misguidances from the dark occult mysteries, from Masons. They've taken warped belief systems from churches and from belief systems of churches, and they've amalgamated into an infinite number of cults and covens that abuse energy. And it's not okay. There are universal laws, and they are still in disagreement of the rights of others. They are still in disagreement of spiritual order laws. I come to teach it. I come to offer it. They also are knowing that they are in abuse of criminal acts and human rights acts, which I also talk about. So knowing that we are now multidimensional beings, we are more energy than anything at all. We have to understand our energy bodies. We have to learn how to take care of our energy bodies. And we have to teach our children about their chakras. We have to teach our children about their life force. Because the whole predominant modality of exchange in the black web is for the children's life force, is for the light workers in the starseeds' life force. And this is how they manipulate energy. This is how they use their control programs, is to suppress and depress the mental body so that you don't have access to your higher self. And the higher self accesses through the higher mind, the higher self. If you're not accessing the higher self every day, every hour, then you're not aligned. That's what I call alignment. And what is alignment? We'll break that down, write it on your piece of paper. We're giving you codes and we're giving you higher vibrational teachings. What is alignment? Alignment is your connection plus your relationship with all that is spirit, with all that is creation. So if you want to be in alignment of a job and a certain vocation, you have to be in alignment. How do you get in alignment? You have to certainly connect with it vibrationally. And then you have to work with a relationship within it. What is the relationship of that one vocation? What do you want to manifest within that vocation? What's the feelings? What are the energies? What are the vibrations? What are the emotions? And then you manifest in that way. I teach you higher order. I teach you how to manifest as a God, where you don't need anything outside of you. You never did and you never will. So those that do abuse and those that do go outside of them on purpose with intention and malice, they will be charged with their crimes. Everybody in Calgary and the Calgary cult and everybody involved in those situations that intentionally impeded me, the shadow governments right up to the very top, everyone has been investigated. There is more than enough evidence to place charges on everybody involved. There will be nobody coming back from the past. There will be no recreations. There'll be no co-creations. I'm not interested in these small cult energies where they abuse energy and they abuse people and they live in polyamorous messes of energy. When you're dealing with one or more people, you're messing with and you're sharing with your demons and your entities and your unresolved issues, and you're sharing it with everybody involved. And why there is diseases and why there is imbalances and why there is psychosis and why there's mental imbalances, because these people are not balanced. I said it from day one. Go back to my videos 6 years ago. Whereas people could have listened to me and people could have heard and people could have put out the teachings, it wouldn't be putting people behind the 8 ball right now, where people are being enforced on how to heal and how to come forward and correct the karma. The karma and the correction of the 200 people that were involved in my human rights cases from the day that I was born, the shadow government, and everybody in between. The small elite groups, the private elitism and the entertainers and all of those that were harvesting and using and abusing my energy and my lineage inheritances and my lineage monies. Everybody knows what they've done. Everybody knows exactly how to make it right. We've said a million times how to make it right. I've given the address to my bank on my YouTube channel page. YouTube will release all suppressions on my accounts. I will have the per diem sent back and my videos will no longer be messed with, because they do mess with my upload dates and they do mess with my views. There's people pilfering and harvesting left, right, and center while I'm sleeping on the streets, literally sleeping on the streets. I've been homeless for about 6 years because of the enforcement of poverty, because of the enforcement with systematic abuse, because of the enforcement with abuse of dark occult, because of the abuse with all their warped underground black energy, black web, low vibrational cult and coven beliefs that are low vibrational. There is no order to their beliefs at all but to take, rape, and steal and to get what they want through the abuse of magic and the abuse of voodoo. They abuse situations, they abuse the law. There's been court cases that have been abused. They've been using black magic on court cases, on people, paying people to lie under court. There's been so much corruption and it's being pulled out tooth and nail. And I have been the one, along with the aligned readers, that have been the key people in the collective, and we are not being paid for it, and we will be. We have been the key people to pierce our light, to continue to impress our light, to continue to speak, live, and fight for our rights, to bring these corrupt bodies of entrenched government, of entrenched thousands of years of misogyny, of the ultra elite, middle-aged white man that has been controlling all systems, that has been writing all systems, that have been dominating divine feminine, that has been making it absolutely impossible for anybody to feel liberated in any moment. And Source Creator, the Father, is actually moving people and pieces, and the higher watchers and the higher order of the spiritual courts are now all involved, because everybody was given many years of opportunity to make things right at a 3D level, and there was continual corruption and continual assassination attempts on my life. There was refusal to do right on every inch and every drop. Therefore, the higher orders came down, the higher orders of the spiritual courts. There is groups and beings from all collectives, from all dimensions that are being brought together to ensure that lineages spiritually are being corrected and healed. My lineage, the many damages that were done to my Akash, the many damages that were done to me and my body and my physical, mental, emotional, psychological experiences that were enforced trauma, enforced psychological detriment, enforced psychological defamation. There was so much corruption, it's not funny. And these are very, very traumatic. I should not have survived what I've survived. But I have survived to bring humanity through to the healings. Anything that you do with dark occult and the dark occult mysteries, you better know what you're doing and know the rules and know the order. There are people, and you should just be following universal law, right use of free will and non-interference. If you're paying and you're taking money to interfere with people's lives, you better bet you're going to get karma. And it doesn't matter how highly ranked you think you are as a voodooist or a practitioner, you're not. If you're not following universal law, you will get the backfire. I guarantee you, there's been many practitioners that have taken themselves out of their career and moved off the planet because they have not been following protocol. And the protocol now is, we are moving into unity consciousness. Nobody on this planet, it doesn't matter their bars or their badges or their name or their title or their bankroll, nobody on this planet has a right to overrule, to handle, to think they own anybody. You must get signatures to do any testing or experimenting on anybody. It's illegal. Shadow government. You will be called on it, and you're going to keep getting called, and you're going to keep getting karma until I get my reparations. And I'm going to speak for every child that has been placed in a program or an agenda or an experiment that they did not agree to or approve to. Because some of these agreements have been very innocuous. They haven't been truthful. They haven't been transparent. It's been very roundabout. And if I take you to court, I'll prove it. I'll prove your contracts. And you know I will. Because we've talked about this before. Because the government is not so upfront and honest. Sometimes they make things sound like, oh, you got a very special child. Can we test on them? Can we follow them and can we study them? Which these contracts are, as you all know, whatever your legal state of adulthood is in your country. In our legal country, at the first age of 14, a child can speak upon itself and have a court and a lawyer given to them, and they can speak on their behalf, and they can be considered a young adult at 14 in Canada. And they can go to court and they can fight certain documents and certain agreements that people and parents think that they have the right to put their children on insurance forms so that they can keep sacrificing them under their so-called dark occult higher laws. There is no higher law that says you can sacrifice your child or your children's mother. There is no law that says that. And if anybody thinks that a cult or a coven or any warped mason or any shadow government has the right and the authority to take life and put assignment on life or sell it in the black underground because you got debts with your bookies, there isn't. It's the lowest vibration of life on the planet. It's the abuse and manipulation of life force. It's the abuse and manipulation. It's in slavery. That's what it is. It's in slavery. And the government has absolutely been aware of what's going on. And they've been abusing people's energy and abusing people's life forces from day one. And they know they have. I've called them out. And why they have people stalk me every night. My finance has been enforced into such poverty. And I should not have been living in poverty since the age of 20. I should be out healing the people. I should be out helping humanity create new humanity systems and attributes so that all of the people in humanity can get healed. All of the people get higher light wisdoms. All of the people can get higher intelligent teachings so that they can activate their God consciousness, so they can activate their Christ consciousness, they can activate the light within them. It has nothing to do with religion. Keep the best parts of your religion, but your religion is not who you are as a divine being, as a multidimensional aspect of source. Source creator beyond 3D, people. If you go to 5D Pleiades, they don't have religion there. There's no religion in 5D. We're all just one. You're a source creator being. Get out of your box store beliefs. They're holding you back and they are going to kill you. You're not going to be able to keep up with the light if you stay and remain in low box store beliefs. You must expand beyond the systems. The systems don't care about you. You have to manifest your reality through your light. Who are you? What do you exist within and what is existing within you, and manifest through the light, through intention, through your alchemy. I teach you alchemy. I teach you, if you were on a planet all by yourself, you will be able to take these gifts and skills and manifest a beautiful life. There was 200 people of very deep pockets against me, and I am survived. I have beat the systems. And no matter how they try, they will not kill me. They will not take me out. They will not assassinate me. Ever. And I am that ranked. And my voice will be the vibration of their demise. That is my ranking. Because I've done my work. I've done my homework. I am initiated in the heavens. And I will pull rank if I have to. Source Creator is now moving people and energies and systems so that those that have been raped and taken from will get their retribution. And the monies will be placed back in the people's hands. The government had no right to withhold and play bully. You had no right, government. You weren't good leaders. So watch things move and shift. These are not predictions. It is. Those that have not been benevolent, those that are continually detriment on control and domination programs and fear programs, you will be moved every day, every day, every day, every day. If you're not choosing light and you're not choosing unity consciousness, you will be moved to the appropriate vibration of your core. If your core vibration is fear and domination and taking people out and sacrificing people so that you can have a little holiday or you can get your insurance claim, you will be moved. In what order of anything, do unto others, is that okay? And that's why you all hide in the dark. That's why you all turn your churches into satanic ritual places. It all must be faced. It all must be known. And we must transmute what has been done. And then we must choose for ourselves, what is my higher order? Who am I? I will stand by my morals. I will stand by my ethics that are only by me in the heavens, only by me and God. This is what I work with every day. I don't surrender to an outside body. I don't surrender to outside beliefs. I never have, I never will. I am that I am. I am my own jurisdiction. I am my own light. And I will make my way. I will make my destiny. And God and I write my destiny. No other. No other I will be initiated for. No other makes my life. No other will write for me. And nobody handles me. There are a lot of beings and there are a lot of entities and there are a lot of families from spiritual lineages that owe me. You all know what you owe me. And there will be retribution. There will be payment. And God has his hands on all of it. You will be made to pay me. You're not going to get away with it. And you're not going to walk away. You will pay what you will owe me. Every day, every per diem, every way, and every tear that I have cried, everybody will pay what they have done to me. And that is not a prediction. That is absolute truth. And you will be where you will be. There's no going back and there's no redoing. And we're not baking cookies with anybody from Calgary. Sit in your karma and sit where you sit. You will not touch my life from here unto forever. You've lost all credibility. You've lost all access to ever co-create with me ever again. You will never have another timeline with me ever. And that's your choice. You chose that. You chose your darkness. You chose satanic rituals. You chose to put infinite plots on my life. You chose to take money to take plots on my life. You chose to pay to take plots on my life. Now sit in your karma. Sit in it. You have to learn your lessons of your soul. Do the work. As we said 8 years ago, how much time has been wasted? Still at the same place. Do the work. Right? It's still the infinity. Still the same answer. Still the same answer. I show you how to get there. But now 8 years later, where are we? Well, I'm living on the street and now you're facing a whole bunch of karma and even jail. So how did you move forward? How was your cult and coven beliefs? How was that your compass of higher order? And that's your compass. That's what your compass is. So ask yourself every day, in my alignment with me and all that I see out there, how can I go within and create something that's just for me so that I can sit in my higher order? It doesn't matter how anybody outside of you sits or what they want of you. Who gives a fuck what anybody wants outside of you? You're here for you. We want to inspire you to become your holiest, your Christedness, your highest light version of you. We want you connected with Gaia. We want you connected with your collective. We want you connected with the heavens because you are, you always have been. And when you are, you activate your DNA. And when you activate your DNA, you become your highest version of you. Those codons there, they get activated by light. They get activated by standing in your power. They get activated by speaking your truth. They get activated by being your presentation of your 3 E's. When you express yourself, when you explore yourself, when you experience yourself, you activate the DNA. You activate all of the darkness that was in your fields, rotating in your chakras, blocking your chakras. You're now giving it light. You now get to spiral and you now get to rotate in light. Your body absolutely starts to glow. Your aura, your energy start to glow. You start to attract energy to you. You start to understand everything is quantum. You are a multidimensional magnetic experience. You're an experience of the magnetic of God. I am in a magnetic of God. The more understanding and enmeshed I am with God, the more I allow with God, the more I flow with God, I see God in aspects of threads of dimension of information. That's what dimension is. Write this on your paper. Higher vibrational ultra humans, you're celestials. You're moving into a higher capacity of who you are as a consciousness being. Write this on your piece of paper. Put dimension down. Write the word dimension. And then put an equal sign. What is in a dimension? And dimensions are infinite. Dimensions can take you into infinite number of cycles. You call them years. You can be in one dimension for eternity if you like. That's God's gift to you. You can do whatever you want in eternal life. In dimension, we're going into the fifth dimension, which has never been done on a human experience. We can stay in the fifth dimension for as long as we like. What is the fifth dimension? It is information plus vibration. That's what equals a dimension. So the more that you work on information that you're going to ingather, seek, explore, express, experience yourself as different aspects of information, you're going to allow yourself to work with information, you're going to allow yourself to understand divine feminine, you're going to allow yourself to understand your creational reality, you're going to allow yourself to understand nature. All of that is information. Creation is filled with information. So the more information you gather, capacity and aptitude, you're going to grow as a consciousness. You're going to gain more vibration because you're allowing the higher information to flow through you. You're not going to get stuck on any one belief. You're not going to get stuck with any one perspective. You're just going to allow all of creation, all of information to flow through you. That makes a great conduit because you're not getting stuck on either one way or right or that. No, this and that are true, but I'm telling you the truth and the facts about ascension. You're not going to go through ascension by sacrificing people. You don't have a right. You don't write everybody's destiny. You don't understand what that person is. You have no clue about that person you just sacrificed. You had no idea that person was going to be the next person to absolutely cure cancer. Who are you? You're not God. Nobody has the right to touch another person's life, period. This is the new law and order of humanity. Make this known, your number one law, the right use of free will and non-interference. Nobody's allowed to interfere with your finances, your mental, emotional, spiritual, sexual, or energetic state. Period. Nobody is allowed to touch you. And they do this covertly, and they do this in the dark shadows. Because nobody is aware, nobody's been taught. I'm teaching you. Share our videos. Every day, take care and take clearing and take nurturance and take protection on your chakras, on your fields, so that you know if anything's being thrown at you, if there's magic or any root work is being done, you absolutely know, and you know how to cut it off, send it away, and understand what was the lesson there. What is the energy I'm vibrating at? What are the energies that I'm supposed to heal? What karma am I supposed to be handing out to others? Because as you hand it out in a beautiful, balanced, and honoring way, you're going to allow them to have their karma. You stay in good karma, and they're going to be served their karma by always dealing with it by the universal laws. I'm going to use the universal laws. It's the right use of free will. It's my free will to be loving and caring and honoring. It's my free will to express who I am. And it's their free will to do whatever they want. So let God take care of the karma. I don't have to do anything. You don't have to do spell work. You don't have to take revenge. You don't have to go out and buy things. You don't have to get things. You just be you. That's your best karma attribute. That's your best tool. I don't do magic. I am an alchemist. I honor all life. God shows me the smallest, minute aspects of life. I honor it. I've been initiated. I am a God creator. And these words and these sayings and these vibrations trigger a lot of people because divine feminine has never been in our collective as a powerful being and a God creator. I am. And it will go down in history. And that's God's doing, not mine. Divine feminine will lift and be the magnitude that she has always been meant to be. We have vibrations that are needed on this planet to rebalance her because the collective has been abused by misogynistic, oligarchic laws and rules and separations and discriminations and laws that are made up out of willy-nilly nowhere to serve the elite. And the elite that do these things and know they do these things and continue to do these things, they will be the ones that will be given the harshest karma, and they will be dragged through humiliation in their karma in the collective because they deserve it. They haven't given a crap about anybody in the collective that they stomp and walk over. They've done no sharing, they've done no truth bringing, and they continually pay lower vibrational cults and covens to go do their hit work. And I'm telling the cults and covens right from day one, as I did 3 years ago, these people that are paying you to do your hits and to do whatever it is you do, they don't have your back, and they will scapegoat you at any chance they get. So again, go to the authorities and tell your story. Anybody that's been involved in my case, I don't care about your confessions. It means nothing to me. I've already carried the heavy load. I've already healed what needed to be healed. Nobody reached out to me. Nobody gave me a drop or a dime except for the goddesses that have given donations to me. They're the only ones. And I sing songs to them, and they will be in the liturgies of light for all time. Because I have had enforced poverty, I've had enforced detriment, I've had over 55 sacrifices done on me, over 2,000 rituals done on me, hexes and curses since the day that I was born, and I've survived. And I'm teaching people how to manifest a life that is purely yours and driven only by you and God. Only you and God. Only God knows you. Only God knows what you've been through. Only God knows your prayers. Only God knows the good deeds you do. Only God knows everything about you and the lifetimes you've lived and how you're going to come forward and bring all of your cycling timelines into a beautiful now moment. And as you culminate all aspects of you, you activate your gifts, your skills, your talents through all of your lineages. This is why I know what I know, because I've done my healing. I'm one of the most integrated divine feminines on the planet, and I'm ranked. And I'm going to keep saying it until people are used to it. I deserve to sit where I sit. I deserve to be living in a beautiful home that is safe and warm. I never deserve to be on the streets. And these people will feel the karma of all the detriment and the damage and the suffering that I suffer through every day. Living on the streets in an unsafe experience. And thank God, only for God, that's got angels and legions wrapped around me in safety. Because it's not my fault the way my bank looks. It's not my fault the way my credit looks. It's not my fault the way living on the street looks. And people are stealing from me left, right, and center. Just to get at me and just to attack me because they want to keep attacking the safety and the stability. Because if they attack my safety and stability, then they're going to make that idea think that, oh, God's not working on my behalf. I'm alive. That's God's working on my behalf. So again, you don't know anything about spiritual order. Your darkness is your darkness. Your darkness will roll you right back in the same entity. Your darkness will only bring you darkness because that's where you rotate. Your karma will only bring you karma. Karma experiences, karma people, karma tribe, karma friends, karma behaviors, karma patterns. You're not doing any healing. Where are you going to be? You're going to be on Epstein Earth. Bye. See ya. Bye. You're not going to continue to abuse the innocent. You're not going to continue to harvest off of the innocent. You're not going to continue to make up poor systems that feed only the elite. And there's more and more people hitting the streets every day because they cannot seem to make their life work and their finances work with the governments and the way that things are coming down, because it is nothing but a corrupt, selfish, oligarchic system made up by elite misogynists that are predominantly white. White males are the issue and the unhealed issue in humanity right now. The leaders on the planet are primarily, go do your research, look up the numbers. The systems that we have in North America alone are 97.8 to 98.8% made, driven, made up, run by, administrated by, managed by divine masculines, elite white men. It's been this way forever. And they've even had their secret groups called the Illuminati. But now there has always been what people are now seeing, that there is a higher order to all of this because there has been so much corruption and abuse of life and abuse of the Father's divine plan. And the Father said no more. The Father gave these directives back in 1987, known as the Sacred Convergence, where light from the heavens, light from above, and the light from the celestials will start to infuse because light was not being made naturally on the planet. I show you how to make light naturally within yourself. You don't need anything outside of you. So I am that answer. I'm the answer to the collective's answering on why we were so imbalanced. Because there was so much disconnection, people did not know they had light within them. They were disconnected from their source. They were disconnected from their light. And that's how the governments wanted it. Because if they were disconnected, they could not go into source and they could not do their healing. They could not reconnect with source and they could not get the higher information and the higher wisdoms, the higher prophecies. I'm connected. You will never take that from me. I've been this way since I was born and you all knew it. And now I'm standing up and I'm saying, there will be no more, and I will receive every penny plus suffering and every day per diem from all of you, YouTube, corruption, and I will take you to court if you keep refusing to pay. Because your abuses are blatant. I show it every time I upload. Your abuses are blatant. They're human rights abuses. And I want these brought down. I want my retribution. I am tired of sitting in nothing. I am tired of being held back from healing the collective that wants to be healed. The children that want to be released from trafficking, they have their universal birthright, and I will free them and I will liberate them. If I have to change quantum physics, watch me. Because that's my authority.
And I will pierce every dark corner on this planet until every child is liberated. Because they don't deserve to be touched and abused and harvested by selfish, wounded adults that refuse to get healed and refuse to see higher order. Get your wounds healed, people. Deal with your sexual repressions and deal with your sexual experiences in a mature and responsible way so you're not infecting others and changing their lives and the families that you have not told yet that you belong with. As we said 2 videos ago, those that are in polyamorous experiences, there are people in your quarters that are diseased and passing it freely without telling you. Go get tested. And they should be reported to the police because it is a criminal act. It is called intention to infect. And not only did they do this, but they blamed an innocent healer who has been celibate for 15 years. Clean as crystal. This is how egregious these people are. Not only did they abuse me, not only did they steal and take from me and fraud, but they then blamed me for their crimes. And I don't even live in the same province. I don't have anything to do with these people. I've been estranged for 8 years. These are the acts that these people do because they're living from their shadow. And this is what happens when you do not heal. You live from the shadow, and the demons and the entities that you freely conjure in, they were doing rituals with deities, and this is how they behave because they are now living from the point of their deity. They're living from the energy of what they've conjured. Why? Because what you do, how you do it, what you do, how you do it, what you do, how you do it will determine where you are. They're in their reality of what they conjured. You cannot expect to be in a higher reality when all you do is conjure hate. You will not be given a blessing when all you do is sacrifice and hurt people and destroy people and sabotage people. You will not be given grace if all you do is sabotage. You will not be given grace if all you do is sacrifice. All that you do is coming back to you. You're sitting in it. Learn your lessons. This is a holographic reality because you need to learn and grow as a soul. Your soul wants you to learn. Learn from how you hurt people and make it right. That is the only retribution for your soul. How to clear your karma, bring truth to everything you have done. Clear your karma. Clear your karma means clear your chakras, clear your fields. Every time you tell a lie, it darkens your fields. Every time you tell a lie, it affects your energy field. It affects your fields. It affects those around you. It affects how you vibrate. Every time you lie, it affects how you vibrate. Again, you will only be on the earth of what you vibrate. Your core vibration determines where you are, as I said. What you do and how you do determines where you are. What you do and how you do determines where you are. It is your core vibration. You cannot lie. Consciousness cannot be fooled. You cannot trick. Consciousness is earned. Consciousness is earned. Consciousness is earned. It's transmuting who you used to be to who you want to be, to who you are, who you've always been. You have to do the work. Do the alchemy. Nothing outside of you is needed. Stop looking outside of you. Go within and do the work. We teach this here on this channel. We want to empower you to be responsible, honoring divine beings of unity consciousness. Create with the consciousness of God. Not separate low vibrational deities that want to control and manipulate you because they want to go on a vacation or they want to get a new insurance payout. They're all being investigated, and there will be charges that will be laid on every business, on every person, on every signature, on every court, on every lawyer, on every judge, on every banker. Every person that was involved, you will have charges laid on you. Every person. Nobody will be missed. So this is where we say every day, what is your protocol? How will you move forward? You are now in unity consciousness. All that you do, all that you say will affect others. Energy is very real. Thought, word, and deed. Who are you? So we're going to do a few practices. Sit up very straight so that the universe knows of your importance, because your spine is how the energy moves up and down your spine. It is called the pillar of light. A pillar of light that runs along your spine that all of your chakras spiral within. All of your chakras spiral around this pillar of light. And you're here to command how this pillar of light feeds energy. This is why we say, do healing sessions at night. Do healing sessions at night so you can call light in. And all of these people that are doing their thing on here, there are investigations going on, and your comments are being logged, and you are being investigated. So again, this is the daily crap that I have to go through. Again, we're a consciousness channel. We're talking about ascension. So if you don't want to be here, don't come on my channel. But these people are brought on here because they're paid. These are paid people to abuse. So your pillar of light, right? That's where the light comes in. So call in the light, work with light every day. As Spirit said, as Source said. These are laws and these are rules of ascension. You're going to go on the ride of ascension if you call in the intention of it. I want to intend to work with light every day. And my 4th book is called The Alliance with Light. I want to have an alliance with light. You've got to choose it. I choose the alliance with light. You're not going to roll into the matrix systems and the matrix ideologies and the matrix, the way the matrix is going to flow is the matrix is going to flow. You want to choose your way of life. You want to detach from the matrix and you want to start choosing an alliance with light. That is your highest potential on this planet right now, is to intend your highest potential of God source alignment, who you are as God, by intending to work with light. Have an alliance with light. Do your nighttime healing programs with light, with intentions, with affirmations, with visualizations, with sound, with color, with art, with creativity, with expression, and heal your traumas as they are triggered. This is the work. You are becoming an ultra-human. You are becoming one with your celestial and your alien oneness. You want to tap into that alien DNA that's in the mind and the higher mind of the wisdoms and the knowledges that you know and the intelligence that you know that is higher order. That higher order is multidimensional. It's not linear. So you need a higher capacity of understanding. How do you do that? By practicing higher information. Step outside the matrix. Seek into quantum energy classes and quantum energy videos and look into things that are interesting for you. Look into things that are new for you. That's how you activate the synapses. That's how you activate those new neurons that want to start firing in new ways. Your teams can help you and inspire you and activate you and give you synchronicities and coincidences, but you have to absolutely know that you're the manifester of it. You're the manifester of what your reality is going to produce to you. And you can see less and less coincidences, and that's a coincidence. No, it's just time and space meeting on the energy that you're projecting. And you're intending it to be there. And Source Creator has a play in it. So leave enough room for the majesties and the mysteries of Source to play with you. And that was our title for today. Everything within Source Creation is Source Creation. So every breath that you have, we're going to call in the intention of the mystery of Source. We're going to surrender all trust to Source Creator. Many of you are going to change frequencies. Many of you are going to change your tribes. Many of you are going to change the people that you work around in your tribes, in your homes, in your land, because you want to see the mystery of God is going to guide you into your direct divine soul blueprint, which is going to be lots of things you're not going to understand right now. It's always after the fact. After the fact, you're going to see why things happened, how they happened, and why you moved away from that person. Because a lot of these people were not honoring the light that you were carrying. They were not giving back to you on any level. They were just taking from you. And we really have to be aware of the energies that our energies, bodies are around, because it does affect you. All that you are around affects your energy. So if people are projecting black magic, if people are projecting manipulation, if people are projecting lying, if people are projecting whatever they're projecting to get from you, they don't have any care about you. All they want is what they want. And you seem to have it going on. Especially if you're a starseed or a high-functioning person. You can manifest things very quickly, but if you've got groups and bullies and gangs of people doing harvesting energy and harvesting rituals on you and doing everything they do and paying, voodooists from all around the world and ganging up on you by the 20s and by the hundreds, it's not a fair experience, especially if you've not been taught, told, or shown how to protect your chakras. You have a husband that you think is your husband, they've been the same husband that they've been there, but all of a sudden you start understanding that they're going out on Wednesday nights from 6 till 10 o'clock and they say that they're going to the gym, but they're actually going to an underground Mason cult. Many women are going to be surprised in the collective of how much they've been lied to. That their husbands have been absolutely in different types of energies and cults and covens that have thought that are so secret and thought they were so higher ranked, and they're not. They're playing these little games to get things and to manipulate things and not face who they are. These are not integrous experiences. They're not out there creating light for the collective. They're not out there creating greater health for people. They're not doing anything productive on enhancing and divine plan of the Holy Father. They're not doing any of this. They call themselves Masons. Doesn't mean anything. They're not doing anything to enhance life. Most of them are actually a part of the trafficking. Most of them are actually a part of underground corruption. They know this. That's why they're making so much money. That's why they're passing diseases to their wives who think that they just have a normal husband. A normal, husband that is just there. No, many of them are polyamorous. Many of them have many women. Many of them have many families. Many of them have many children, and they lie on their taxes. I've called them out. Why? Because God says enough lying. you're not going to leave your soul and your family in detriment. You're not going to leave your family a tower to deal with while you get taken off to jail. And your wives and your families now have to pick up the pieces. Is that really responsible? Is that dealing with things in a responsible manner? Your little playing around the little dark undercult ground. You're going to face what you've done. You've got 8 wives. You've got 10 children, about 10 different people. Now what? Are you being honest? Is everything above board? Is your body being looked after? Who are you sharing your life force with? How many of those people have diseases? Put it on the table and be responsible. Because there's a lot of distortions out there that are affecting a lot of people. And it's being seen in the numbers. Watch it. These are facts. So we need to awaken. Is this how we've been using our energy? Is this the importance of where our collective is going? Is this the importance of where we see our children and the role models that our children are showing? These are the role models. So be very wary and very discerning of anybody that thinks their secret cult or coven is all it. It isn't. None of them are. None of them. They're run by lower vibrational orders of beliefs and perspectives. That's it. And they do rituals and they do certain practices that think they're all that. They're not. They don't know about higher spiritual order. They're not practicing it. They're not practicing the right use of free will and non-interference. Therefore, they won't ascend. They won't. They're not working with light. They're working with manipulation. That is not light. There is either 3 energies on the planet that go an infinite number of ways on all of these energies. There is a negative, there's neutral, and then there's positive. It's quantum energy. How you use it and how you intend it. Your karma begins with intention. How you do and what you do will determine where you are, where you sit, where your vibration is. You're creating it all. So any cult and coven that wants to come over to my energy, and we can sit in a room and you can put all of your papers on the table and you can say, we want to continue being a cult or coven. If we do this, can we move into ascension? If we do this, are we going to be moved into the heavens? Can we do this? Can we be moved into the heavens? And I will give you a point blank answer on the vibration that you're showing me, because it begins with intention and it begins how you do it. It's very simple. You draw a line, that's where it is. It is very simple. Your intentions are for selfish purposes. Therefore, no. It's nothing to do with unity consciousness. It's your selfish purpose. It's your selfish cult. It's your selfish practices. It's your selfish this and selfish that, so you're not seen for who you are. So is that transparent? Is that 5D? Are you earning who you are? Are you earning your consciousness of being a transparent light being? No, you're hiding. You're playing, you're manipulating, you're lying, you're paying people to lie. It's corruption on every level and every degree. There was over 200 people involved in my case of corruption. There was 200 people involved that knew about the lying, that knew about the court lawns, that knew about the court tampering, that knew about the tampering of evidence and destroying of evidence. Everybody knew. My human rights were abused on every level for over 50 years, and nobody did the right thing. This is how many people live in corruption. What did we say the number was, Spirit? I think the number was 4 out of 10 will choose to do the right thing. 6 out of 10 will choose corruption because they don't know who they are. They are disconnected. They have no sense of self. They have no self-love. They live in church and state belief systems. They live in box store beliefs. They live in no belief at all. They live in their satanic rituals. They live in conjuring. They live in having other people take their power. They live in giving their power away left, right, and center. They have no understanding of their power. They have no understanding of their light. They have no understanding of God. They're willy-nilly, frilly all over the place. They're chaotic. They're entities walking around with no sense of purpose. They don't know who they are. They're all giving their life force to anybody that will give it to them, because they don't know how to use their sacred life force. They're abusing it. They're using it left, right, and center. They're having that harem polyamorous experience, and their life force is going everywhere. It's chaotic. It's chaos. And why there will be disease. These are facts. So before you do what you do, be very discerning of those around you. Be very discerning of the energy you allow in your home. Be very discerning of the energy you allow within yourself, because again, it begins within. As you vibrate out, it's going to come back to you. Are you loving yourself? Are you caring yourself? Are you taking care of your chakras? Are you taking care of your fields? Do you know that that higher order is always there? There is a higher order spiritual law. I speak it. Those that have been aligned readers and aligned channelers, I speak it and I promoted them frequently. Go search them out. Search them out, learn, do your own research. You are the only covenant to your soul's progression and to the redemption of your karma. It's just you and God. It's only between you and God. And if God says you got lots of karma there, you got to work on it. Why did you do these things? You got to go back and you got to learn the lessons of your soul. Why did you do it? There's a wound there. Get to it. Face it. Face the shadow, alchemize it. This is the only way through, dear people. You can't take a fast pill. You cannot fake consciousness. Consciousness is earned. And it's a vibration. The higher consciousness, the higher vibration. The lower consciousness, the lower vibration. It's a very slow because it's all dense. There's no light getting in. They move on the same patterns. It's very low. It's very slow. They only see one way. They only see one box with walls and ceilings. They only want to be this because it's safe. And it's really not. It's actually killing them. Their bodies are diseased because there is no light. They don't have enough love and faith within themselves to step out of the box. And these are the facts of light and dark. It's all needed. It's all required. This and that are true. But you get to choose as a sovereign being. What are you choosing to believe in? How do you create a reality? Put this down on your paper. We talked about dimension. How do you create your unique reality? And then you can start working with this. We'll do a clearing and we'll do a healing, and then we'll get on with our messages. Write this down underneath dimension. How do you create your reality? Reality, and then an equal sign. How you create your reality is intention, direction, and focus of your energy. So your intention of your energy plus your direction of your energy plus your focus of your energy. All of those three things will equal the reality you sit in. And again, it will still be all vibrational. Negative reality, negative intentions, negative direction, negative focus, negative outcome. These are the basics. This is godliness. God is getting you to the basics. And so to start off from scratch is take yourself to the bigger umbrella, Source Creator. Let the box store beliefs be as they are. They're still important and they're still lovely. Take the best of what is. But don't make it all that is, because it isn't, never wasn't, never will be. You want to grow and evolve beyond box store beliefs. Because you are always with Source. You will always be with Source. All is accepted and all is valid and true. Divine Feminine are just as equal. The children are just as equal. The elders are just as equal. All races are just as equal. All exceptions and all experiences of trans, gay, or bi, they're all equal. It's all equal people. They are here to go through their unique soul's experience and their soul's design. It's up to nobody to say what is right and what is wrong. The dark occultism, they chose what they chose out of their darkness and their beliefs and their wounding. We've been stating it from day one. They have to choose to heal their wounding. They have to choose to make it right. That is the only way out. You have to redeem your own soul. So we ask you, how important is your soul's evolution, your soul's progression? It is very important because I'm going to take ownership of it now. Nobody will take ownership out of my soul. Nobody will take my light. Nobody will take my ideas. Nobody will take my creative responsibility. It's me and Source, me and Source, me and Source. Everything is up to you. And Source will meet you halfway. Source will get in the elevator and push the button. That is Source. And Source will support you. If you say something out of truth because you know it's right, because you have to say it, Source will protect you. Nobody will touch you. But you have to get in that relationship. Again, alignment. What is alignment? Write it down again. What is alignment? It's your connection, your relationship. I have this relationship with you, Source. I want to say these things that are very important because people need to be liberated. I am the voice of liberation. I'm the voice of the children. I'm the voice of Divine Feminine. I'm the voice of Gaia. And my word will stick. Because Source said, finally, somebody's standing up for something. Finally, corruption's not okay. Finally, you're not going to just let it go. No, you're going to stand up and you're going to speak. Abuse is not okay, people. Manipulation, covert, dark occult, shadow government, it's not okay. These people have been doing whatever they've wanted to do so that they cannot be accountable. They will be accountable. Corrupt private agendas, you will be accountable. You will no longer steal from the innocent people. Children will no longer be used. And it stops yesterday. These are the new laws. Do not take anything unless it is given. Right use of free will and non-interference. Go through your higher self every day and you will always be guided righteously. That is law. And if you're paying attention to something else, then you're not aligned. Again, what is alignment? Connection and relationships. Start doing the work. Build a connection with spirit, all spirit. Everything is spirit. Everything in creation is spirit. Spirit is there always communicating with you. Connect with it. Intend connection. Relationship. What is your relationship with Spirit? I want to love you. How do you build relationship? By letting go of the blocks, by letting go of the defenses, by letting go of the lies, by letting go of all that you've been taught, told, or shown. I love you, Spirit. Will you come in? Will you be with my day, Spirit? Will you eat with me, Spirit? Will you walk with me, Spirit? Will you show me, Spirit? Will you allow me to grow, Spirit? Will you allow me to heal myself, Spirit? Will you allow me to be the highest version of me, Spirit? I want a relationship with you, Spirit. How do you gain relationship? By relating. Break it down, people. Break it down to the very quantumness of interactions of quantum equations. How do you make something work? You have to give and you have to take. There's energy, there's equations. This is God. We want to build and seed good gardens. We want to be the cornerstones of good churches. We want to have every intention, focus, and direction of who we are in all that we do. We don't want to be subverted anymore. We don't want to be subjugated. We don't want to be controlled or handled. I'm a sovereign being. I'm from all planets, thank you. I can, I will, I am that I am. Godly, why not? Why not? I choose. My voice, my chakras, I've had them forever. Nobody has control. Give me a break, people. No, I'm sovereign. And see the light coming down through your chakras. See the light coming down through your pillar of light. Own it. Stand in the power of you. That's what God is asking of you. Be counted, dear lighted ones. Stand up. Stand up and speak. Clear the throat chakra. Speak what you feel. Speak what you feel. Speak what you feel. This is the natural evolution, dear lighted ones. No more playing small. Stand in your light. And my light is big. I trigger people. That's what I meant to do. This is my natural vibration, dear lighted ones. I have big energy. I'm supposed to trigger in this energy because it feels good to be me. I channel many beings. I channel much consciousness. Of course I'm going to be a big in spirit. I'm not going to be playing small just so you can feel comfortable playing small. How about you heal? How about you be big? How about that? How about you stop being a criminal? If you don't want to be seen as a criminal, stop being a criminal. Isn't it that easy? Really, it is. You chose. It's your choice. What is reality? You're choosing intention. You're choosing direction. You're choosing focus. So choose new. Take a deep breath. And breathe in light. Breathe in light. Breathe in light. Sound breaks the density. Sound, work with me. Move your arms and move your body. Move your arms and move your body. Call in light, clear out the density. Call in light, clear out the density. Ground your body. Ground your body. Breathe in light, I breathe in light. Say it out loud, say it out loud. I breathe in light, I breathe in light. I breathe in light, I breathe in light. Bathe in light, I bathe in light. Thank you, Mother, Father, thank you, Mother, Father. Deep breath. Ground your multidimensional bodies. Ground, 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 ground. You should feel your body start to vibrate. You should feel your body start to goosebump. Well, that means you've now connected with Spirit. Spirit is now harmonized because you've intended it. Use your voice, dear lighted ones. Your voice is commanding a new loving relationship. Holy Spirit, thank you, Holy Spirit, for allowing me to commune with you. I love you, Holy Spirit. I'm sending love and light to my day. Say it out loud so your cells and your field and your world hears you. Creation hears you. I'm sending new light to my world today. I'm sending crystalline light for all today. My fields will experience light today. My cells will experience light today. My cells hear me. This is my voice. I am commandmentship of my bodies, my fields, my soul and spirit. I'm going to direct energy in a loving and flowing way. I will not obsess. I will not control. I will allow the mysteries of Source to play with me. I ask for a relationship with Source and the mysteries of Source of all that is. There are mysteries in the fauna. There are mysteries in the fairies. There are mysteries in nature. That is Source, the love of Source. That is the mysteries of Source. A beautiful person donating something to you is the mystery of source. Hey, the heavens know you. Someone coming to you out of the blue, that is the heavens know you. Trust in source, the mysteries of source. Trust in source. I call in light, I am light. I am light. I am light. Ianakiteana. We're going to show you how to move with light within your field. Have the intention of crystalline, transparent light, crystalline energy of Source Creator, crystalline energy of the angels. Angels of light, angels of light. Move your hand in the infinity. Outside is light. Outside is love and light. You're offering love, you're offering light. When you move your hand in the infinity and your other palm is facing up, you're getting the energy from the heavens from your palm, and you're standing in the light of your fields and your chakras, and you're intending to play with God and the Creator and the omnipresent substrates, and you intend light, crystalline light, transparent light. Look what happens to your fields and your body. You start to become more goosebumpily. You start to become more happy. You start to become more healthy. You start to move the energy of Source. I move the energy of Source. I bring balance. I bring love. I bring joy. I bring peace. I bring health, I bring love, I bring love, I bring love. Hey, ay, 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 hey, ay, 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 hey, ay, 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 hey, ay, ay, ay. And focus on one or two intentions, and it will affect your home, your body. It will affect your home, your body. It will affect what you move into and what you walk into. Love and light, love and light. Only focus on manifesting and sending out loving, positive, balanced harmony. Not obsessing about it, just balanced, loving thoughts, because it makes you feel good to play. That is the mystery of where we're going next, people in our collective. There is a mysterious lagging on the planet that has been co-creative blocks, and they have been the blocks that have been made believe that you're not meant to play. Well, there's a great mystery, and we're going to break it. The mystery is that Source Creator wants you all to begin to play again. Begin to play as those children, those creative collectives and your creative passions, and you're moving into these new vocation arenas of who you are as godliness. And you can be even playful in your adult stages of what you want your careers to look like, your vocation to look like. What do you want your planet to look like? We want you to play. And there's mysterious acts of God coming in every moment. And you're going to set it free in your field by seeing butterflies and transparency in your field. And you're going to set the energy free in your field. And your loving and positive and caring intention, just set it free. Very low and very slow, just very soft vibrations. And this can also be called, if you look into the practice of Tai Chi, you're just bringing calm and balanced practice of energy movement. I'm in one with the energy. I'm creating a relationship with energy. I'm creating intention with energy. And it's just love and connection. I just want love and connection right now. I want Source and the energies of Gaia to know that I'm lovingly connecting with Gaia. I'm lovingly connecting with energy. And you can feel it. Feel your body, what's happening in your body. You can write down your comments. Goosebumps, excitement, sadness, crying. If you're releasing energy, if you're releasing densities or traumas, you will cry and you need to release that, so let it be. But you can just work with energy this way. We want you to start at the beginning. We want you to start building a relationship, and we want you to start building that alignment. Your connection with energy is everything, because then you're going to prove to yourself that you do have fields. You do have energetic fields. You do have magnetic fields. They are magnetic fields that are connected to the earth. You have chakras that are connected with the earth. You are an electromagnetic being. You attract everything to you. Your fields are alive. You need to start working with your fields, because your fields will show you if there's any energy of disease in your body. You start working with your fields and clearing your fields. Working with your energy and allowing the Source Creator to flow in and out of your body and your vessel. I move light through my body. I move light. I'm an alchemist. I know light. I know light. And just move the energy. Just move the energy. And when you're looking at a specific wounding or a specific density, you call it forward and look at it. I'm dealing with jealousy today. This made me jealous. Let's deal with this and put it on the table and do your path work. Write it out. I felt jealous because of this, 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 and this. And then I'm going to go heal this. I'm going to release this because I know that I am one with Source. I know that I'm in top order with Source. I know that Source Source loves me as I love Source. I want to heal this jealousy. So let's transmute it. I bring light to this. I'm acknowledging it. I bring light to it. I acknowledge that I was this way. I'm going to absolutely say sorry to that person that I hurt. I'm going to acknowledge it fully. I don't need to be jealous. I am who I am. I'm a unique person. I'm designed only by me and God. God is the only one that designs me. I'm pretty special. I'm going to start there. I'm going to accept that jealousy as a part of my story. It's a part of my story. I can grow from it. I can make it sound better and be better as I alchemize it. I'm going to go say sorry. I really like that person in my life. I want to have that person in my life. I'm going to apologize for that. I want to work through this. I'm accepting it as a part of my story now. Now I'm going to allow something new. I know that I'm an alchemist. I'm godly. I can make anything that was, I can make it brand new. I'm going to make sure that my body is healed. I'm going to call in light. There's no need for me to be jealous because I'm loved, all creation. I love myself. I love the people I've called in. I really want to work with things and they're willing to work with me. I'm a mature, responsible person. I'm making sure that I'm bringing forth truth and transparency. I'm learning. I'm being the best version of me. That's all God asked for. That's all creation asked for. I'm an alchemist. I can do this. I now surrender this jealousy to God. It's done. It's done. It's done. This is how you do your pathwork. This is how you heal. This is why I still survived. This is why I'm here. My relationship with God is everything. Someone can come up to me tomorrow and say, I want to give you this money if you stop talking about God. I won't. Keep your money. It means nothing to me. I have nothing, and I'm the richest person on the planet. God will lift me. This is the way, dear lighted ones. And discern for yourself, build your relationship and your commitment with Source Creator. It's you. It's your soul. How are you going to evolve? What's your legacy? What's your story? Start writing it. You've got access to it. Now we're going to go to our collective messages. We have just enough time for collective messages. If you'd like to present yourself within your heart center, if you want to still keep working on your field, keep moving the light, keep singing and chanting. Many of you, as we said in our other video, many of you are going to be healers. And you're going to be remembering your celestial energies as you practice what we're showing you here, because we give you the permission on this channel to practice being celestial. So you don't have to worry about feeling silly and putting your comments here. We're all celestials, we're all alien, we're all ultra humans. You're meant to come forward and practice what you can't practice on any other things. So take a deep breath, clear the energy. That person in the energy that had a pain in their stomach, it means you've got energy blockage there. You have a wound in that energy, your solar plexus, your I am presence. You need to clear that energy. So for the rest of the week, work on your solar plexus. Just do clearing of your solar plexus. There's meditations online on how to clear your solar plexus. Go into meditation and clear out the energies. Anybody that's been doing root work on you for I am present energies. Root work is to change your I am presence. They don't want you connected with your I am. So now you have to rewrite it. Rewrite your I am presence. Usually those with I am presence energies are those that also have been doing root work. Because you think you have to do magic to get something for your I am, and you don't. So those people that do magic are going to have a lot of work to do on their chakras, because they're going to have to be taught brand new. Because what they've been taught and told is not okay. It's wrong information. It's misguidance. It's just manipulation to get stuff. That's not being higher order. That's not being godly. That's just being a manipulator. It's being a thief. So you're going to have to fix your chakras. You're going to have to heal your chakras. So you can book a session with me if you want a specific information. So we have time and information right now. I love you, everybody. I love everybody that's here. Thank you for your energy. Thank you for your energy. If you just open up your divine sacred heart, just keep clearing your energy. Clearing your energy is just doing a gentle sweep from bottom to top. Sweep up the energies, because most people hold a lot of dark energy in their lower abdomen, in their lower chakras, in their low. That's why a lot of people have these what do they call it? Bowel syndrome, the sensitive bowel syndrome. A lot of that is just energy that's blocked. And then you take synthetic drugs, which is just worsens the situation. So what we're asking everybody is, if you work with energy every day, you're going to find yourself, you're going to release. When I first started my energy work, I was doing inhalers. I was using inhalers daily. I got pneumonia and bronchitis like every other month. Because I just wasn't working, I wasn't clearing my fields. I wasn't owning my energy. I wasn't working with it. As soon as I started working with my energy, within a year, I got rid of, the IBS. Thanks, Cluedo. Within a year, I haven't been having my inhaler since over 15 years, 17 years. I haven't used an inhaler. I don't take aspirin. I don't take any drugs on any level. I've completely rid my body of all dependency on all drugs. I don't need it. You just got to understand energy. Why your body is showing you. Your chakras show you. Your energy field shows you far before you get a disease. Before anything turns into cancer, your body, your energy field will show you. And these are proven facts. You can go to the Gaia channel. You can read any book that is based on what I'm saying. It is absolutely truth. So as a seer, I see things. So let's go into our telepathics. Intend. I'm opening up my intellect. I'm opening up my fields. I'm opening up my intuition. Say it out loud. I'm opening up my intuition to read the highest benevolent light. I'm opening up my intuition to connect with Source Creator. I'm opening up my intuition to align with my higher self. My higher self is the gatekeeper. My higher self will show me and allow me to feel, to sense, and to know what information I need to know and act on. These are things you state out loud, and this is your pathwork. And so now just sit in meditation and just wait for Spirit to give you the promptings, and then write it down in your journal and then move about your life. And Source Spirit, God Creator, will show you how mysterious life can be. Because from your initiations of intention, you're intending to work with energy, you're intending to build a new relationship with energy. It's everything. Your relationship with energy is everything. It is everything. It is your health, it's your sex, it's your abundance, it's your health of your body, your youthfulness of your body, it's your youthfulness of where you're going, what you're going to manifest, the careers, the people. Your energy connection is everything. There's nothing more important in life right now than you connecting with energy. It will direct everything in the most positive ways, and it will flip your reality upside down overnight. These are facts, and you will see it if you start working with it. Do this for 3 days and you will see your reality change. You will be your own proof. Me surviving, that's my own proof. My stuff works. What I do and what I teach works. Because it's godly. It's all by God. It's downloaded by God. God wants a relationship with you. God's not what we were taught or told. It's more than that. God is the substrates. God is the omnipresence. God is the fields. That's why your body reacts when you start working with your fields. You start moving with that gentle, loving. If the fields in the air is godly, how would you connect with it? I would connect with it softly and gently. I love you, God. I love you, God. I love you, God. I love you, God. And God responds to me. And God gives me goosebumps. And God gives me, yes, God gives me impressions. God gives me downloads. God gives that to me. That's how God and I work. That's my relationship with God. I work with energy. I alchemize. I work with the grids. God blesses me. Because I get it. I get God. I get God. I get God at a quantum level. So let's start learning about God at a quantum level. So open up your divine sacred heart and align with your I am presence. I am my higher self. Say it out loud. I am my higher self. Your cells are listening. Your chakras are listening. Your higher self is aligning. Your angels are here. Your angels are present. I see the celestials. The celestials are coming in. Open up your third eye. Is there any messages that I can see, hear, or know from the collective that would like to ask questions that I can assist with in the collective reading for the highest and the best and the highest benevolence? Only those energies and only those entities of the highest benevolence of my teams through my higher self, my gatekeeper. Only the highest benevolence. And my word is, as I say it is. Any wisdoms or any information that would like to come through for the collective, Holy Spirit? I am here for the presentation of the collective. I am here on behalf of the heavens, on behalf of the galactic federations, on behalf of the collective. Is there any information that would like to come through? We are watching you become such honorary species in reclaiming who you are. Each and every one of you every day become in higher remembrance of who you have been, in higher order, within your species, within your lineage, to carry the staff and the mantle of who you have been in previous lifetimes and realms. And your families and your lineages are very happy. Your ancestors are very happy that you have chosen to take the mantle in your sovereign way. And learn Source Creator and be connected with Source Creator in new magnificent ways. And thus then the mysteries will be resolved for you, to you, through you, as always, because you're one with Source, are you not? You're one with the omnipresent, are you not? You're one with all that is, are you not? Therefore, thus then the mysteries of Source will come forward in any way that it shall be. And be happy with how it can be, because you're here to learn the lessons of how it can be. Does that make sense? Your ego's not in control here, delighted ones. You're learning very important lessons of spirit. You're on a spiritual journey, you always have been. And every day you're going to be on a new spiritual aspect of thread and dimension, information and vibration. You get to learn how to direct and intend anew, to be ultra human anew, to be advanced anew, to bring playfulness anew. We're very proud of you. The collective of the Celestials, I'd like to wish you all well wishes and love and benevolence, and we are here when you shall call us. We are here for your implementation of higher realm information as you wish it to become available in your fields for knowledge and information, for moving about your life in whatever way. We will always support you in love and light. We are very excited to see you move through this next phase of ascension. Calling out your own destiny as you wish to work it with Source Creator and add things to it and move things through it if you so wish, but know that there's always themes that you'll have to work through to move into your highest capacity of unity consciousness 5D. And these are things that your soul has predetermined and preset, but there's still lots of room for movement. You cannot just forget and pretend your karma is not there. You will have to be set upon a path of healing and moving into those dodecahedron reflections of why you chose what you chose or believe what you believed, and reclaiming your power thus then. For these are not for God, or these are not for the outside sources, these are only for you. For how good would it be and how advantageous would it be to send somebody that is not prepared, to send somebody that is not any aspect of dodecahedron reflection, no absolutely accountability or responsibility, and they're thrown into 5D. These beings, if so, would be absolutely in psychosis within minutes. They have not worked through the densities they need to work through. They have not earned the light to be a multidimensional being, a multidimensional facet of Source Creator, to see the mysteries of Source come in any way, through you and in you and of you. That is Source, that is God. Is there any Celestials that would like to come forward for anybody in the collective? Is there any questions? Just send it telepathically. I'm telepathic. I will hear your questions. Yes, there is. There is a space-time shift that we are going through, and we have been going through for about a month. Everybody's getting goosebumpos right now. Just moving some energy. There are some energies and souls that would like to move through me with Anubis, Archangel Michael. Those of you that would like to work in the field of mediumship and helping and assisting energies to move into unity consciousness with Source Creator after they're transitioning out of realms. Stuck energies within any dimension, stuck energies within the earth, stuck energies within the collective energies. Their energies and their spirits get stuck because there's not information, there's no wisdoms. So these energies get stuck. And so we're just helping these energies move back to Source Creator. They're showing me they're knocking at my door. They want to be moved into Source Creator. So we're going to allow these energies to be moved through Source Creator. Archangel Michael, can you protect the field, please, and open up the ring for Source Creator? Anubis? Shina makadaka na makadaki, shina makadaki ne ataki na makai, diki na nakai, diki na makadaki na makadaki na nakadaka. These are the spirits and the souls that want to move into higher evolutionary processes. Either their lives were taken too soon, or their lives were not, their destinies were not heeded, their life and their life force is not heeded, their life energies were not heeded, their life universal laws were not heeded, so they get the access to move into universal life with Source Creator. Just because somebody took them out because of their ignorance and arrogance doesn't mean that they don't have an opportunity at life. So we're moving these souls back into Source Creator. They deserve their universal birthrights, and they will be reserved. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Anubis? Is there a spirit that would like to come on behalf of these 46 souls that would like to transfer over, please? We are aspects of various parts of your society that have been ignored. Various aspects of discrimination that have been placed in nothingness, that have been discriminated. We knew of our importance, but no one else did. It was easy luring. They attacked vulnerability. These energies and these bodies and these spirits will return back to Source for co-creation and for Source to go through the healing process with these souls. They were forgotten souls. They were forgotten people on forgotten lands. They were the ones that presumed and assumed that nobody cared of, but Source does. We'll make that very clear right now. They are moving through the portal. Source cares. I see everything. These people will be redeemed, and they will move into eternal life if they so choose. Their souls and their energies were something, and we will make something out of what was presumed nothing. The orders on this planet will change henceforth. The egregiousness done by those that think they play God. They don't. They never will. Anubis. Substrates are commencing retribution for these souls. So what that means is that they're giving their energy back to the substrates of the collective. So their good karma is going back to the collective, and their good karma will be distributed by your souls and your guides. Those that have been having a rough time, you can start working with alchemy, and you can start working with your guides to receive whatever good karma is in the substrates and not abuse it. You're all being tested. Will you work with energy and balance from here on out? You're the ones that have made it through the first phase. So this phase of ascension is now co-creating like gods. Will you honor the universal laws? Will you use energy in balance? Will you use the energy that has been given to you by souls that didn't make it? And will you honor them? Will you give them blessings and grace? Will you start working with energy with grace and reverence of those that didn't make it but are giving you their positive karma? Everybody's being tested at every moment, dear lighted ones. This is how you're initiated. It's only you and God and creation. Well, that's all that matters, is you and God and creation. God sees everything. Nothing is missed. If you abuse energy just to get somebody's good karma and you get a few manifestations a couple of days in a row, everything is seen. It has to be balanced. The law of balance is so important. These people that have just transferred through over to Source had no balance. There was nothing given to them. So they're giving their karma to you. So how can you say grateful thank you? By using it for the collective, by honoring your body and your health, by loving yourself. It's always through love. Love and appreciation. Why? Because it was graced by God. And these beings are being sent back through God. These are the importances of how you are and who you are. What you do and how you play matters. These beings have been very gracious with you. Can we all say thank you and deep gratitude? Can we use the energies to benefit them as well so that we create a great place and a great garden when they return, because they will? Can we do that? Can we make that collective intention that as we are given to, that we give back? That we're changing creation right now? These are the first times these things have been said in a collective manner, in a collective class of higher authority on the planet. You are higher authority. People come to me because they're at a higher authority level. And if you choose to practice this way and be this way, it will be humble. And you will always give back because you know you're going to be back. You're eternal. Wouldn't you want a good garden for yourself with good fruit and good vegetables? We're going to start this way because the superficiality of 3D is no longer. Matrix is done. These beings have been very gracious to give positive energy into the omnipresent for you to alchemize and work with. How will you work with it? With love and grace, and send it back. Ask for a blessing from your higher self. Higher self, divine, holy creator. Whatever blessing that I am due and I am ready for, my heart is open. Whether it be a healing or whether it be a beautiful special flower left on my windowsill, however it might be, if it's a kiss from a neighbor, whatever it might be, may I be open to the mysteries of Source Creator. May I be open that there's higher order and there's higher beings that are always watching out for us and teaching us. There's always things to know and to learn. Source Creator is the mystery of all creation. And I will send and I will allow all the good energy to maintain a beautiful garden. And I will use thought, word, and deed in the highest and the best way possible. Because as I intend and I direct and I focus, so too it will be. I am that I am. Now, do you feel sovereign and aware and confident in who you are, dear lighted ones? Have we given you enough seeds and mana to work with? for the next couple of days. And work with it every day. This is your connection with Source. This is your alignment. If somebody says, are you aligned? Say, yes, absolutely. I work with this every day. My relationship with Source is everything. My relationship with my body is everything. My relationship with my light is everything. I'm a co-creative genius. Of course I'm aligned. And so when somebody says, who are you? You're not just going to say your name and the address. No, I'm a divine being from the heavens. I've just activated my celestial DNA. Watch me. Watch me. I'm an artist. I'm a painter. I'm a dancer. Watch what I manifest, dear lighted ones. That's the mysteries of Source. Source will delight you. Time for one more question, dear lighted ones. Close the seal. Holy Lord Michael, Anubis, please close the ring. Thank you, souls. We love you. Thank you for your positive and loving energy. We love you. We love you. Yes, I can hear you. In what regards? And who is speaking this? Who's on behalf of this? And who is the being? What is the name? If you follow the protocol of the universal guidelines that we have set forth, right use of free will and non-interference, and you will get together with your higher source collectives and Mother, Father, God, and the karma boards, and there will be certain contracts that can be worked out. That's on behalf of God and the karma boards of the detriment that has already been done. If you choose to work with us and to move forward in ascension, you must go through the appropriate protocol. There will be no more private agendas or no more attacks, and you will call off the stalkers. If you choose to work with us and move forward in your highest and your best, then you must commit to yourselves in moving through your belief systems and letting go of what was. And in then and only when that is decided by Source, that I will be called in to assist with your healing and the direction and the revamping of your businesses. Agreed? You must choose as a group and a collective. And you must repay. You must be reparations. Just as the souls that have been taken out have given their positive energy, you must also give in reparations of your damages done. And it is up to Source Creator and to the collective heart that will decide overnight, because their collective higher selves will choose in the utter forgiveness of all that has been, so that we can move forward in unity consciousness and start alchemizing the energies of debts done, damage is done, death's done. The collective heart will choose in forgiveness, as we always will forgive. But it's up to Source Creator to choose who and what will be alchemized and who and what will be associated within who and what. And Source will guide only those towards me. Next, one more question. Anyone in the collective would like to ask a question, please? One more question. Thank you for your comment. And in fact, if you look at the actual facts and what was done in the spells and the castings, it was silencing. A silencing spell is silencing spell. Veiling and bringing illusions is silencing. You're impeding with my free will to express who I am and what I am. And if it brings you fear and if it brings you unsureness, it's because you're sitting in a place of not knowing thyself. So then you heal that. I'm not going to change who I am. That's your wounding. You do not have the right to do silencing spells on me, and you do not have the right to do curses and hexes on me. Just because you're uncomfortable, go heal or stop watching my channel. It's free will. Don't watch my channel. I'm here to trigger those that want to heal. And if you're triggered, then heal. If what I say brings you fear, it's because you're sitting in a place of no knowledge. I can bring you the knowledge is there, the facts are there. You can feel Source and activate Source in any second. You're hiding behind what you think is a belief of church. The church is not necessarily Source. The church is a thing and a place. You haven't activated the essence of source. I just showed you how to activate the essence of source. You have to choose that. Do you want to move in with source? Do you want to have a relationship with source? Or do you want your false church? Do you want your church that does satanic rituals in the basement and then has hiring people, witches and warlocks, to silence those that are speaking about it? I have my right to speak about what was done in my life experience. My life has been nothing but lies and manipulation. I have the right to talk about it. I didn't choose this. These people were doing it to me. I healed. I showed everybody how to heal. Now I want my reparations. I want what I'm owed. There were abuses done because church and state felt fearful. We've had how many offers and opportunities to work with church and state? We have offered church and state to work with us. Church and state did no bridge building. So work out your contracts with source. You can activate a higher knowledge. You can activate higher intelligence. You have to choose it in your heart space with source. Once you do so, source will then direct you to me. Until then, I'm not going to work with any of you. You have to go through source because there has been that much damage. And it was silencing. Everything in my reality was messed with. So don't make it sound like it's anything less. I'm going to hold you accountable. My life was destroyed. And I'm the only reason why, and source is the only reason why I'm here. I should not be here. Death and intention of death and intention of silencing, they're criminal acts. Look at it however you want to look at it. They're criminal acts, and my life was destroyed. I sleep on the streets. I will not look at it any less than that. They're criminal acts. Go through source, please. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Thank you, Holy Spirit. We're calling on the holy highest light of everybody involved. And we would absolutely love, because we've actually given a special on all of our sessions, healing sessions and activation sessions. There's $100 off. I always give a deal this time of year to help everybody out. So our sessions right now are $150 if you'd like to book a session. And you can just go to PayPal. My PayPal is paypal.me/Joanna L. Ross. So if you book a session, it's 90 minutes. And if you want to do some collaboration, just go through PayPal as well so we can have some time to talk to each other. My email is also on there. It's joannacosmicangel@yahoo.com. I love all of you. I do have to go. I love you. I love you. I love you. Sending love and light to all of you. Thank you, Pluto, my beautiful goddesses. I love you. Bye. I love you.